I guarantee you had that one Toonami show you saw once late at night when you were way too young, and now it's living rent-free in the darkest corners of your psyche. Like, you caught one episode at 2 a.m. about giant robot fighting angels, and now you're convinced that growing up means solving problems you didn't create while your dad texts you about the current traffic conditions. You apologize for existing in spaces you're literally invited to, and you side-eye people who seem just a little too emotionally well-adjusted. You saw this show about a group of broke bounty hunters chasing people through space while the best jazz you've ever heard played in the background, and today you pretend you don't care about anything while you meal prep with a can of vegetables that was on clearance, and you have 14 unfinished projects because completion is just society's way of making you feel bad. This show about teenage boys destroying things with giant robots for peace made you think the best way to show you care is to never speak to someone again. You believe that having more than one facial expression is oversharing, and you definitely own a leather jacket you've never worn outside because someone might think you're trying too hard. Cyborg cops fight cybercrimes while questioning what makes someone human, and now you have daily identity crises about whether your personality is real or just whatever character you related to most in 2012. You've definitely agreed to being at parties you've never attended because gaslighting yourself is free, and you've convinced yourself that your most played songs are lying because when have you ever listened to that much Midwest emo? Nothing makes sense. Robots come out of a teenager's forehead, there's a girl with a bass guitar who might be an alien, and you're 90% sure this was about puberty, but also possibly capitalism, and definitely about how confusing it is when adults act like children and expect you to be the mature one while you're literally 12, and now you think maturity is just pretending weird things aren't happening while they definitely are, and you think being confusing is the same as being interesting. And if you're like, but Auntie Tani, what if I watched all of these, or I didn't watch any of these? Honestly, it just means you either collected traumatic events like Taco Bell sauce packets, or you grew up with Disney Channel and your trauma came from watching teenagers with perfect teeth solve problems in just 22 minutes. Either way, you need to eat more fruit than you have been eating or you're gonna get scurvy.